and welcome to the Bayside Cooking School. Today we're doing a burger demonstration, and I would like to introduce to you our exciting new team member here at the Hospitality Department, Mrs du Plessis.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Good. All right, so we're just going to get straight into it. Okay, so we're going to be making a couple of burgers. Now, as we know, burgers are very, very popular food. They're pretty much all over the world, and most cultures have a bread and a meat of some description. So we're going to try, and I actually haven't tried this before, but we're going to try a really simple burger. All it is mince and seasoning. Okay, so there's no egg, there's no breadcrumbs. We will put a few more spices as we go in. So I've got half a kilo of mince here. That is going to make me a 125 gram burger. So you can put it into fours, and that'll serve 4 people. So you just chop it into 4. So if you're making this for your family and you've got more than 4 people, then you can make smaller burgers, or you can get another packet of mince. So I'm just going to chop mine into a quarter here. I'm going to put it into a bowl to mix with my hands a little bit. Here's one of these. And all I'm going to do is season it with salt and pepper. Okay?
Is that the only seasoning?
Yes, that's the only seasoning for now. Now we will go, and I'm going to put a decent amount in because it's the only seasoning. We will add a little bit more. Oh, thank you, Miss Salt's here too. Okay, and a little bit of pepper. So, and now you're just going to use your hands. Now, it will feel a little bit squishy, and that's okay. You've just got to get used to it because we're going to be making burgers all turn. Perhaps different. I think we're doing a burrito and perhaps maybe a banh mi, but for the moment, it's burgers. So
all different styles?
Yes. Now, I'm just going to mince it all up, and I'm just going to use my hands to make a patty. All right. Now, when you're making a patty, you've got to think about the size of your bun, because you know when you're eating a burger and you get to the last bite of your burger and it's just sauce and bread. Well, that's not a good burger. So we want some structural integrity in our burger because burgers are serious business. So when you have a look, Mrs du Plessis, yes, would you mind getting out the burger bun so I can compare the size of my patty to the size of my... Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now don't forget, you do get a bit of shrinkage when you cook some beef protein or any kind of animal protein. So there is a tip, apparently, as I've been researching burgers, to make an indent with your thumb in the middle of the burger so it cooks evenly. So we'll see if that works.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with the size of that, and yeah, that looks good.
Check?
I will. Yeah, I reckon that's going to be okay. So I'm going to leave that guy in there just to sit for a bit and, you know, work its little magic. And I'm going to wash my hands, and perhaps...
Can I maybe do something?
Yeah, would you mind, please, while I'm washing my hands, grating carrot and shredding cabbage?
I'll do that.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm sure you're capable.
All right.
So Mrs du Plessis, while you're grating your carrot, I might ask you some questions so we can get to know you a little bit more. So why are you a hospitality teacher? What do you like about being a teacher? And maybe what might some things Bayside students want to know about you?
Okay. I always wanted to be a teacher since I've been a little girl. I actually had a whiteboard in my room, so it was really one of my things that I wanted to do. And I grew up in a house where where we cooked. We always cooked. So I grew up in the kitchen and loved making food, and I love eating food. Yeah. So I actually need to make it to enjoy it. And I love the hospitality industry just because of that adrenaline that you get from serving food and seeing people enjoying your food that you made, and the togetherness of the whole experience around food.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's why I like hospitality.
So I have to ask, what are some of your favourite foods to eat?
Oh, I'll always go for the sweet stuff.
Okay.
So I'm a dessert person. And I like making desserts because I like desserts. So,
that makes sense.
It's really my go-to.
Eating desserts and making desserts and eating desserts. Nice. So, what school have you been teaching at, or what schools have you been teaching at?
Well, We immigrated from South Africa about 3 years ago, and I started as a supply teacher, and I've done a few contract works at Callanvale Community College, Mansfield State High, and then last year I moved to Emerald, and I worked at Emerald Christian College for the year as the hospitality teacher there.
Yeah. And are you looking forward to being back in Brisbane?
Yes. We love Brisbane, we miss Brisbane, we have our friends here, we've got family here, and we're very excited to be on the base side.
Excellent. Well, we're excited to have you here. I'm going to hand back to Miss.
Thank you. Is that enough, or do I have to grate the whole
Look,
carrot?
that's plenty.
Alright,
So the recipe calls for 1/4 of a carrot or 70 grams. So we've got plenty there. There we are. And the recipe now calls for, it says a cup of shredded cabbage, but I think for one portion we'll only do half a cup.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got our burger done. We've grated our cabbage. We've shredded, grated our carrot, shredded our cabbage. And now we come to the controversial part of our burger cook. And this is a barbecue classic burger that we're making this to start. Quite a simple one. And it's a recipe from a website and a company called Cook Smart, based in the USA. And she does meal planning. And so this is her recipe. And so at the end of last term, I asked my class from our, we've got the infographics in my classroom, what they would like to cook. So they chose a classic barbecue burger, a taco burger, a Mediterranean burger, a Californian burger. So basically it's the burger, but with different yeah. So, I mean, why not? That kind of sounded like fun to me. So this classic barbecue burger has pickles on.
Good.
So, the $1 million questions, are you team pickle?
Yes.
You are, yes. That is the right answer.
I'm great. I enjoy pickles just because of that sweet sour flavour that it adds, and it's just another layer of flavour when you look at flavour profile. So I enjoy a pickle.
Wow, I can already tell from that answer that we're going to get along famously.
Good.
Okay, so I've got dill pickles here today because that's traditionally what you put on a classic burger. Now these are cucumbers. So I had a student who thought they were just fruit pickles, but no, they are cucumbers, and you can see they're kind of knobbly cucumbers. Now, most cuisines around the world, most cultures have things that are pickled because they are delicious. My mouth's actually watering when I'm talking about them. All right, so we're just going to slice them. I've bought them from the supermarket. Now, if you don't have them at home, that's totally okay. You can make your own pickle. It's very simple. It's just sugar and vinegar if you'd like to Google that. I'll put a link on our OneNote if you'd like to make some pickle. So it really does, Mrs du Plessis was talking about flavour profile. She's spot on. It really does add something special to the burger. Now I know there's some haters amongst you, and I would like you to try at least. So our recipe calls us to slice our pickle, and I actually might do it on a diagonal using the rock of my knife, keeping my fingers out of the way. And you'll only need one pickle, because remember the surface area of a burger is not very big. Okay, so we've got to make a dressing for our carrot and our cabbage. So I'm going to put it into the bowl. Now it says a tablespoon of honey and a tablespoon of vinegar. Now with the amount, I think that might be a bit much honey. So I'm going to reduce my honey a little bit, and I'm just going to make it half a
You don't want the
tablespoon.
honey to overpower the other flavours.
No, I don't. So I'm going to put maybe half vinegar and half. Now you can do this to taste. If you taste it and you decide you'd like more, then that's fine too. But remember, and my honey is nice and runny because it hasn't been in the fridge like it normally is. Hey kids, we get very angry when that happens because our honey always seems to be in the fridge. Lovely. All right, so I'm going to make just a really quick emulsion here. So that means I'm going to mix it together. All right, so make sure that it's nice and combined. And I'm going to leave it until I assemble my burger to dress my vegetables because I don't really want them to go super soggy.
Yeah.
I want it to be kind of nice and fresh. And I'm going to taste this to see if I've got the ratio okay. Now it's totally Fine. We normally have jug or a spoon, where it'll be. Hurrah! We normally have little tasty things here. It's actually in its right spot. Okay, so let's have a little taste and see if it's all right. Yeah, that's okay. Good. Yeah, it's vinegar and honey. All right, so we're going to put our pan onto heat. Now, we want it to be a relatively, thank you so much, high heat to start with, because we want to put our burger on, and when we put our burger on, we want to hear it sizzle. Okay, so I don't want you to put your burger into a cold pan. Now, you might be cooking for 4 people. You can do your burgers in batches, that's fine. I'm only making one here, so it's easier for me. It would be nice if when you're at home, you make it for your whole family. So you'll have a larger pan than this, and you will need perhaps a spatula or, as they're called, an egg flip around here. Looks like we don't have one, but I will maybe Miss Follett will. She's going up the back in the junior kitchen to grab me one. Thank you. And I'm heating it up. Now I'm going to put my oil on when it's heated.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it spreads. So we don't use too much
That's
oil.
right.
If you put it on when it's cold, you'll find you've got a lot of oil there for waste.
And not to
yes.
overfill your pan, use.
Yeah, that's right. So if I was to put in 2 burgers in here, it would take a lot longer to cook.
Yeah.
But if you've got a bigger pan, 2 at a time is fine. And if you're not confident flipping things, you can use tongs, because flipping things is a difficult thing and it takes practice. So if you're not confident doing it, then just do 1 at a time. That's okay. And you can even set up all of your pieces in the middle of the table for your family, and they can make their own burgers from that and add what they'd like to add, which brings me to my question about condiments.
Okay.
So what are you, tomato sauce or barbecue woman, or are you a caramelised onion kind of gal?
I think condiments got their place in the world. I don't like to overdo food with condiments, but I do enjoy a good sauce every now and then. Burger definitely needs some sauce. I think barbecue with a classic burger will go well.
That's what
It
we're
all
doing.
depends on what you eat, or what you're going to prepare.
Yeah.
But I do not necessarily add extra condiments to my meals after I cook.
Right,
Yeah.
so you're adding the flavour as you go.
As I go. Yeah.
All right, so my pan to me is feeling pretty good. So I've just put my hand over it like that, and I'm ready to put my burger onto my pan. Now I should hear a sizzle. Okay.
There we go.
I do. Now, don't be tempted to move these around and agitate it, and you guys just love stirring things, moving things, because they want to do their best, and I understand that, but just leave it alone.
It's important.
That's right. Put your hand on your heart and say, I will not turn my burger until it has got our, our caramelization underneath. We want that Maillard effect of the browning of our proteins, and then that way it won't turn up as a savoury mince. It will still be a burger. And if you really want to touch it, what you can do is you can get your spatula and you can just push it down a little bit, okay? So that it makes you feel. Now, remember, cooking is about multitasking. So while that's there, and I know that's safe, it's not going to burn, I've got to look around and think, okay, what else do I need to do here? So most of my things are ready. Now, there is a recipe for a barbecue sauce on your OneNote. You can make your own barbecue sauce if you like. And if you were here with us, we would do that. But if not, you can just use the good old Master Foods, and that's really delicious. It's sweet and vinegary and salty and all the things that you want. So it's totally fine to do that. Now, for our vegan and vegetarian friends, you guys can buy these. I think these ones are really nice, the beetroot and black bean burgers. There's 2. Now, this is $6.50. It's not very cheap. It's actually cheaper to have beef. But I would recommend these. I also have a Coles version, which are $4.50. I haven't tried them, but I think they're all right. So you would cook them just the same way as you would cook this.
Yeah.
But I like the processed ones in a way because they give the texture.
That's right.
When I make my own vegetarian burgers, they're quite soft. I find that mine aren't processed enough.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that. I actually don't like the plant-based meat burgers. I don't really see the point.
Yeah.
I would just rather eat meat. I would have a mushroom burger if I really wanted to.
Yes, just a solid piece of mushroom.
Yeah. And the bread, you just check that, of course, there's no egg or milk in the bread if you are vegan, which most of the supermarket breads, there isn't any.
That's right.
If you're using a spread, I always use a spread on the burger. Margarine or the Nuttelex will be vegan, okay? All right, so I think that's about ready to turn. I can see that it's browning around the outside, and it is clumping up a little bit. It's shrinking already. And
excuse me, Miss, do you want me to toast your bread rolls slightly for you?
yeah,
Just
all
to
right.
freshen him up,
That
maybe?
would be nice. Thank you. It's that has been in my house. There, look at you guys
That's
can
lovely,
see
yeah.
that.
Good colour on there.
Excellent. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So I have not had to agitate, move that, because I don't want you to get upset when it all breaks apart because you're moving it too much. All right. So I haven't used any meat on here, so I'm happy when my burger comes out to put it on here. So we're not cross-contaminating, and we're going to get out a nice, maybe I'll do it on a board.
That's all it's beautiful.
Yeah. Get out my. Now, if you do this with your family, it won't hurt to present it nicely because remember, you are students of the culinary arts. So it would be very nice for you to show your parents what you might have learnt over the last couple of years, and because we know we eat with our eyes.
Presentation is important.
Yeah, so give them a treat. Now you can use brioche buns, you can use the standard, I've just got the standard bun from the supermarket, they're not expensive. And we would like you very much to give your parent, auntie or whoever's at home, the shopper of the family, the list in advance, please. Don't tell them on the day, oh, mum, auntie, nan, I need, or dad, I need my cooking ingredients now. All right, so please.
Yeah, and especially now with all ingredients not always available, probably do to plan ahead a little bit.
That's right. Now, I'm going to turn that down now because I'm happy that it's got nice brown colour on either side, but I want it to cook through. Now, a lot of people have their burgers medium rare. That is only if you're cooking with a beautiful Wagyu or you're doing something really fancy. We don't generally, but if your burger is a little bit rare in the middle, it will not kill you, okay? So don't worry. All right, thank you. This has been warmed up. I'm going to use a spread because I would like it to be not mushy, okay, in there. So, sustainability, Miss.
Yes.
So, we're a love food, hate waste, and
That's
we
good.
are a bit mad about it around here.
Right.
So, what are your views? What's some of your favourite waste-saving tips or?
At home, I do like to use the whole product, see how much I can get out of a product. So if I have a chicken, I would make a chicken roast, and then with all the little leftover pieces, make a chicken mayo for sandwiches, keep it in the fridge, and have that for a chicken salad.
Yeah.
And the same with fresh produce, because it's quite expensive if you buy and waste fresh produce. It's not expensive if you use the whole product. I would start with fresh things like salads, and then maybe use it for soups at the end of the week. So I try to use everything from the leaves to the root. And then for sustainability, I recycle.
Yeah.
I like to recycle my things as much as we can in a city environment. And then when I do my dishes, I don't just run the water. I actually fill the sink and wash dishes, the ones that can't go into the dishwasher. So that's how I do it at my house, and I like to teach that to my students as well.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll fit in because our students are pretty well trained
Good.
when it comes to that. Now, this has also got avocado on it. I have an avocado that I brought from home, which is nice and ripe. If you can't get avocados, you can use guacamole from a tub from the supermarket, or you don't have to put it in at all. That's fine. So it's a quarter of an avocado. This one looks really nice, which is lovely because you know what avocados are like. They are not ripe, I'm ripe for 5 minutes, now I'm rotten. So that's really yum. I know you guys are mad for your avo. So I'm just going to peel it off like that, okay? So that's nice and easy. At the moment, these are shepherds, and they are in season, and so they're relatively cheap and they're very good. And obviously, you can see how beautiful that is. So it just peels off. So I'm going to start to assemble my burger. I can see that I've got some meats, some red juices coming to the top, so that's indicating to me that that's cooked all the way through. So I'm going to stop that now and just let it rest. Now I'm going to put, now with these burgers I can never quite tell which is the top and which is the bottom. I think that's the bottom. I'm going to mash in my avocado. I'm going to put my dressing in there now. It's going to be quite flavourful, I think. So I'm going to think about, I don't want my burger to be hugely, and so I'm just going to dress that. So it's almost like a slaw really, isn't it? I guess that's why it's called a classic barbecue. See, I think that's probably even too much dressing there, miss. A little bit too much, but that's all right. We will work it out. If you're doing it for a few people, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that will be enough. You just want to coat the vegetables with it.
Yeah.
You don't want to drench it.
No, so it's a bit drenched. So I'm going to put my burger on first because I don't want to put anything underneath it. This is what the kids told me that work in the fast food restaurants because everything steams underneath. Okay, then I'm going to put on my pickles because they're going to stay there on there. And yes, I can hear some of you all groaning through the camera. And then I'm going to put on my, it needs a bit of carrot, I think. And a slaw. All right,
Look at the colour that it brings onto the burger.
Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? And we're going to use barbecue sauce, and I'm just going to put that on the top of my avo there. Wow, this is something else, isn't it? So, have I done everything? I believe that I do. Yes, I do.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe we should season it because it's.
Especially with the avo that you added.
Yeah, probably could do with a little bit. Hey. All right, and then pop him on top of there like that. Okay. And there. And then we've got our burger. Miss Bolland's going to present it to you. That looks good, right, kids?
Really delicious.
Now, the final test is we're going to cut it through the middle, and we're going to see if the cross section of the burger, the all-in-port, is cooked and that it's all nice and even. I'm going to cut it through. Now, you could even serve it cut through too, or serve it with a toothpick. Oh, that's because I didn't use a bread knife. It's like shorn off a little bit of the bread there, so I'll use the good bit. Yeah, that looks nice.
Delicious.
How's that?
Juicy burger.
Yeah, not bad. All right, well, thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely to meet you, and we're so looking forward to working with you. And I'm sure the students can't wait to meet you when we're back
I
at
would
school.
love to see them as well, and we'll keep in touch. Bye.
Bye.